In that opening period. Oh, turnover to Kucherov. Drops it off. They score! Put in by the captain for goal number 40.
Guys, 97% of you in the last 28 days that have watched my videos do not subscribe, while just 3% do. Thank you to the 3%, but if you take the time out of your day to watch one of my videos, take the 2 to 3 seconds to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, or go to my profile and hit subscribe. Please, it helps greatly. The bigger the channel, the better the content. Please guys, help me out. Let's get to this video now. Back at it here. It's been a little bit, guys. Sorry to keep you hanging on for more, but this is Kenny C on the mic, here to break down the NHL Free Agency and give my winners and losers. It started earlier this month. It's been a frenzy since then, and let's get down to it. I got to give you my losers first because I got to keep you hanging on for more. Losers in my mind, easy no-brainers. The Anaheim Ducks and the Minnesota Wild both did similar things in this free agency, which wasn't much. Starting with the Ducks, they re-signed a couple players. They went out and they signed a depth type of center in Jansen Harkins, former Pittsburgh Penguin, former Winnipeg Jet. He had some cup playoff experience with the Jets, but this is more of a depth move. This guy's a third or fourth line type of player. And then with the Wild, they went out and their biggest acquisition was a 4-year deal to Yakov Trenin, who's a fourth line center, an enforcer type, racks up a hell of a lot of penalty minutes. He's a guy that's going to be in the box, the sin bin, for quite some time, game in and game out. Again, another depth sort of move. Then they signed 8 players to 2-way contracts, and they re-signed a couple other guys. Nothing that moves the needle. Pretty boring free agency for these two teams that are not too good, to say the least, to put it nicely. They needed to go out and make bigger splashes, especially with the slew of names that were out there. But getting into some of those names that were signed by my winners, let's check them out.
Bam! Just like that. That's all there is to it, Dustin. That's all there is to it. A winner!
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's get into the winners here. Everybody loves a good winner. This one, at least one of my 2 winners, I think is a landslide pick. I think everybody would agree with this one. You could even say they won all of free agency this year with the splashes that they made. Yes, I am talking about Barry Trotz and the Smashville Nashville Predators. This team went out and made moves that potentially moves the needle for them. They're going to be a scary, scary team in my opinion. They finished 4th in the Central Division. If they wanted to hop familiar foes in the Avalanche, the Winnipeg Jets, and the Dallas Stars, they needed to go out and make some noise, and that's what they did. They get Steven Stamkos. They pluck him right from Tampa Bay, signing him to a 4-year, $32 million deal, $8 million annually. The 34-year-old now finds himself a new home, which was a drama in itself. But hey, Tampa went out and they wanted to get Jake Gensel, new management there. They said, all right, let's take Jake Gensel. He's better defensively, but as an all-around player, Steven Stamkos takes it by a mile. I mean, the guy left the franchise as a leader in every major statistical category. So now Nashville takes him, 40 goals, 41 assists last year, 81 points for a 34-year-old. He's not slowing up. He's got leadership, cup pedigree, and he brings consistent play to a team that already is rising in the NHL. Then they go out and they shore up the back end. They get Brady Skjei to pair with Roman Josi, 7 years, $49 million. This guy set career highs, 47 points last season for Brady Skjei with Carolina. 9 points in 11 playoff games. This is a guy that's going to be consistent. He also brings some leadership to the defensive core. I like it. After trading McDonough in May, they need to go out and they need to fill that need, and that's what they did. And then this was the other big splash to add to their first line, Jonathan Marchessault. They get this guy for 5 years, 27.5, which is 5.5 annually. That's pretty much a steal in my opinion. A guy that had 42 goals last year, 42 and 27 assists. won the Conn Smythe in 2023 as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights when they won the Cup. They went out and they also got Scott Wedgwood to back up UC Soros, who they gave a big deal to, 8 years, 61 mil for him, 7.7 per year for Soros, but that's the type of money you got to pay for a great keeper like him. And Scott Wedgwood, he's a good backup option, 3 mil. They brought him in for 1.5 annually. That's not bad. And you're looking at the lines here for the Nashville Predators. You got Philip Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Gustav Nyquist. Then you throw Marchessault, I said first line. He's more of a second or third liner. And Stamkos, I mean, come on now. 228 points for that first line, consisting of Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist. That's pretty damn incredible. I think this team is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, the other winner that I had that probably will not be a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with is the Seattle Kraken. I deem them a winner here. I know a lot of people are going to look at their deals and say those were overpays, but I'm not so much looking at the money. I'm more so looking at the player that they got. Brandon Montour, a great offensive defenseman, 7-year deal, 50 mil, that's 7 mil a year. But the guy set career highs in every major category. 16 goals, 57 assists, and 73 points. This is a Kraken team who exploded in 2023 offensively, and then they really went downhill in terms of offensive production last year. Well, what do? You go out and get a guy that is a great defender that just won the Stanley Cup and is a great offensive defender. You pair him with Jamie Oleksiak, and you got a solid second line defensive pairing. Chandler Stevenson was their other big splash to throw into their forward group. This is a guy that brings, again, that Cup pedigree. 2 Cups, one with the Caps and one with the Vegas Golden Knights. They signed him for 7 years, 43 mil, 6.25 annually for a guy that's going to be 30. You can say, okay, I don't know if that was a good idea, but a guy that brings offensive prowess to his game. 51 points, 16 goals, and 35 assists. I like it. I like the move. He's a good second-line center. You pair him on the line with Andrei Burakovsky and Jaden Schwartz. You got something going there. Their first line with Matty Beniers, who's 21 years old. Jordan Eberle, the Islanders. I feel like legend is used too loosely, but I love the guy. You throw him, he's on their first line as the right wing, and Jared McCann as the left wing on that first line. Their top 6 is not too shabby. I know they came in third to last in the Pacific, but they definitely improved offensively with these moves, and that's why I deem them a winner. You give me your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me who your winners and losers are, and subscribe.